Hi there, thanks for joining me today. I'd like to show you today how to transfer a serviette image onto a candle, and it's a really easy process, and I hope that you'll be able to make beautiful candles once you've seen this for any occasion, birthdays, weddings, or even just for your home decor. So what you're going to need to start with is a candle that has a nice smooth surface. If you get a ribbed candle, it's going to be very difficult to work on. Then you want to have a napkin or a serviette, and you need to have an image which you can cut out. Obviously the image has to be able to fit onto the size of the candle that you're going to be using. So just make sure that you've got that inside. Then you're going to take your image and you're going to fussy cut it and cut it out around the edges. That's all a fussy cut means, is cut out around the edges so that you just have your simple image there. You might or might not know that napkins and serviettes have different plies. Sometimes there are just 3 layers and sometimes there are only 2. And you want to separate these so that you actually only have the top layer that we're going to work with. Having said that, it is easier to cut them out when the 3 layers are together because it's got a bit more body, but it's not the end of the world. So you want to separate that so you've only got the top layer, and you will see that that actually becomes fairly transparent once it's removed from the backing layers. Then you're going to need a sheet of wax paper. This is just the stuff that we have in our kitchen cupboards, and you will notice that the one side is slightly more papery and the other side you can definitely feel the wax on, and we want to use that waxy side for what we are going to be doing now. So having cut out my images, I'm now going to just simply take them and lay them onto my candle where I'd like to position them. I find if I just press them down slightly, they do sort of hold a little, especially when you're working with smaller separate images as I am doing now. Okay, then I want to take my wax paper and make sure that I've got the waxy side face downwards onto the candle. And then I'm going to just wrap this securely around my candle like that. I just want to get a third image on, so let me just quickly slide that in. Now that I've got my waxy paper over this, I can actually just adjust the images slightly if I need to, just to make sure they're in the right positions, facing the right way. See, this one doesn't want to stay. Let's capture that with the thumb. Right. So I'm happy with that. Then you want to pull this wax paper fairly tightly across the surface. Now, the reason why the wax paper works is because A, it's got wax on the top. Secondly, under your image, you've got wax on the candle, and the paper is really thin. And in order to secure this, we need to heat it, and we're going to use a hairdryer to do that. So to begin with, for now, I'm going to put the hairdryer on, which is going to make an incredible noise. So I'll stop talking and I'll explain to you as I stop. I am going to protect my hands, however, because the hairdryer is likely to get hot. So I've just got an old towel here, and I'm going to use that just to hold the wax paper in position. So watch me just dry this quickly now, heat it up. What you will start to see as I'm working is that the actual wax on the wax paper is going to melt, and so will the wax that's underneath the napkin image. So the two will fuse and the wax will melt between the two surfaces. So I'm just going to continue now. One of the things that you'll notice once it starts to stick is that the initial few little wrinkles that there were around the edge of the image actually start to lie flat, and it feels as though the image has become part of the wax paper. So let me just do this little one on the edge here. Whoops, sorry. Try not to let go if you can help it. And now you can just slowly peel away this paper. And how wonderful is that? You have your image nicely secured onto your candle. I've just noticed that this one little edge is a little bit up, so I'm going to redo that. But you will see how nicely those images sit onto your candle. Yeah, and that's a quick and easy way to have something that's beautifully decorated for a function. Let me just do this last little one quickly. Right, so there we go. We have a beautifully decorated little candle that you can have for your functions. Not a difficult process to do at all, and certainly a really, really lovely gift if you're wanting to make a present for a friend. I hope that you've enjoyed that and that you will be able to do some more. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.